Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarius, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, this video is awesome. This is a great video, okay? I really do hope you enjoy it. I'm showing you how long it takes to make $100 million in GTA Online legit in the game, okay? We're gonna be talking about a couple different or three different methods and what it looks like all the way through, okay? Now everybody loves the monies. You can't have fun in this game unless you have the monies, okay? So like I said, in this video, we're gonna be looking at three different ways or strategies to be able to get that money and how long those strategies take. Okay, how long does it take to make $100 million in GTA Online? Because a million here, a couple million, 5 million, that's nothing anymore. You can't really do much with that. You can get started, that's great, but to really enjoy the game and to be set up for the rest of the game's lifespan, $100 million is going to be a good number to get right there. But everybody loves the monies, everybody. So let's get right into it. The first one up here, we're going to be talking about. It's real simple. Okay, just recently I restarted, or not restarted, but I created a new account and I started from scratch, nothing at all, no businesses, no heists. And I made roughly $1 million in 15 hours of gameplay. Now I could have probably done it a little bit quicker, probably around 12 hours of gameplay. Just giving the benefit of the doubt, that's what that was. Now that was just doing missions. That was daily objective, Simeon stuff, things like that. VIP, headhunter, sightseer, and I made $1 million in 15 hours. Well, we all know that 100 million divided by 1 million is obviously 100, right? So you take 100 and you multiply that by 15 hours, which is what it took to make that million, and that equals 1,500 hours. So in 1,500 hours of gameplay, doing just missions and things like that, no businesses, no heists, you'll make $100 million in 1,500 hours. That seems pretty tough, right? It is. It is definitely. But if you're trying to just get started, that's actually a pretty good. It's not that bad. 30, 40 hours of gameplay, you'll have enough money to get you a good business and things like that, and move on. Now let's talk about heists. And we're talking about the Pacific Standard. And when we talk about this, it's a 40-20 split for the money. The host takes 40, the setup team takes 20 at the end. So in roughly an hour and a half, which is what it takes to go from the vans to the very end at the pack standard, it's about 1.5 hours, and you make $400,000 per person. And this is good because it's four people, or it's 800,000 for every 3 hours. I want to keep it kind of even number, not even numbers, but whole numbers. I don't want to deal with decimals and fractions and things like that. So $100 million divided by 800,000 equals 125. Now you take 125 and you multiply that by 3 hours, or the amount of time it takes to make 800,000, right? So 125 times 3, or 3 hours, equals 375 hours. So four people in 375 hours of gameplay can make $100 million by doing the heist legit, the pack standard. Not too bad. It really isn't, okay, when you think about it. Now let's move on to the business or the side of it. And this can all be done solo, 100% solo. Now when we talk about the business, it's a it's you kind of combine a few things. It's import export plus bunker plus the VIP sightseer headhunter type kind of missions. You can make roughly $1.2 million in 3 hours. Now, I've got tons of videos on how to do this and things like that. I'm not going to get into it on this. This is what it is though. So in roughly 3 hours, you make $1.2 million. So you take 100 million, you divide that by 1.2 million, and that equals 84. So 84 times 3 hours, or what it takes to make 1.2 million, equals 252 hours. So solo gameplay with this method, with the businesses combined, import, export, bunker, and the VIP stuff, you'll make $100 million in 252 hours of gameplay. Now, like I said, it seems like a lot, and it is. It is. It's a grind. It truly is, but it can be done. I mean, I'm living proof of it right here. But what does that look like in days? What does that look like, in the bigger spectrum of things? Now, in my opinion, I'd say the average gamer does about 3 hours of a grind per day, right? It's actually a little bit less than that, according to Nielsen's and other studies and things like that. So, with just doing missions, no businesses, no heisting, we know it takes 1,500 hours to make 100 million. So you divide that by 3 hours a day, and that equals 500 days of gameplay to make 100 million off of just doing missions and things like that. Now go on down to heisting. For four people at a time with the pack standard, it takes 375 hours to make 100 million. You divide that by 3 hours of gaming per day, and that equals 125 days. Not too bad. Now you move on to import export business combined with bunker and VIP and things like that. It takes 252 hours solo, mind you, and you divide that by 3 hours of gameplay per day, and that equals 84 days of gameplay solo. Now, like I said, this is a lot. It is a lot of grind. I get it. I totally understand. But if you want to do this, you want to do it legit. If you're worried about doing certain things, like I said, obviously duping and doing replay methods with the heist, it'll definitely speed the process up. But if you're looking for what it takes to do it legit and to be down there in the mud grinding it out, that's what it is right there. And if you know someone that's done this legit, give them some respect. Listen to what they got to say because they've been through it. They know what they're talking about. So I really hope this helps out. It's something that's really cool. I thought you guys would love to know this. So, anyways, make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. And stay dangerous, man. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.